What's going on, guys? I'm back here today with something that I have never shot before. So let's jump right into it, the Staccato P. Alright guys, I got this thing out here today because a good friend of the channel said, hey, have you ever shot Staccato P? I said, no, I haven't. He said, what do you want to? And I said, well, hell yeah, I do. So let me borrow it for this video here today, just to take some shots, see what it's like, and see what all the hype is about around a Staccato P, or staccatos just in general. So let's take some shots, let's do it, let's have some fun here today. First shots with the Staccato P. It feels good. I'll tell you, so just recently, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted some reels with some really high-end pistols. We're talking Phoenix Trinities, we're talking Atlas, we're talking Infinity. I didn't post any videos of the Terran Tacticals, but Sand Viper. There is a lot of stuff I've just been shooting to compare this to, and I'll tell you, these things are nice. What I've noticed compared to those really high-end competition type pistols is it seems like, I mean, now, don't get me wrong, do not get me wrong, this is a quality pistol. But I feel like there's certainly levels. So like this versus the Atlas, this versus the Infinity, or this versus the Phoenix, and even probably the Terran Tactical, if I remember correctly, this is gonna be something that's a little less tolerant. And what I mean by that is, it's not that it's loosey-goosey, it's not some standard run-of-the-mill piece. It's on a different level than those other ones I just mentioned. So this shoots really nice. It feels really good. I wouldn't say this is set to be a competition gun. Doesn't have a port, doesn't have an optic on it. Something that somebody would probably carry if they wanted to. But I will say it does feel, especially like, let's go with the reset. I'll show you the reset and the pull here. A little bit of creep there, a little bit. Wall. Trigger's really nice. I'd say it's probably about a 3-pound pull. Reset short. Little bit of creep up back to the wall, tiny bit. Well, what I noticed that's different about this trigger than, say, the Phoenix and the Atlas is, well, one, to me, the Infinity was the lightest trigger of them all. I mean, it was like, God, I think felt like it was that 1.5, 2-pound trigger. All the resets are nice. I felt like the Atlas reset is actually further. The trigger pull is a little different than the Staccato. I think I'd give the Staccato one up on the trigger over the Atlas, if I'm remembering, and I don't have them right here with me, but it was just last week that I shot it. Very similar, not a bad, none of them are bad triggers. I'm really splitting hairs at this point talking about one company to the next because I would own any of them. But you can see, if you got to shoot them back to back, slight variances and slight differences. I feel like the Atlas reset was a little longer, the Trinity was shorter, the Infinity was shorter still, and this kind of falls somewhere in the middle there. It is a really nice trigger. Feels good to shoot, but shooting it here and shooting just those quick 20 shots, it didn't shoot as flat as the Atlas, the Trinity, the Infinity, because it doesn't have those built-in ports. However, not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's different. All right, guys, look. There's really not a whole lot to say about Staccato. I mean, it's a quality pistol. If you got a few extra grand to spend on a pistol and you want that sort of boutique, smaller company that makes quality firearms, then sure, you know, you're not gonna be disappointed. Like I said, with the levels, I mean, you just get a totally different pistol going from something like this to something like the Infinity or the Trinity or the Atlas, any of those really high end, we're talking $7,000 to $10,000 to $12,000 pistols compared to something like a Staccato that's still not cheap by any standards, spending a few $1,000s, but it's still, I think, a different class of pistol. This is going to be perfect for most people if you're going to shoot competition and you really want to get down to that nitty gritty of really tight tolerance, really precision. Everything is just dialed in for performance. Then you're going to spend that premium on those other brands. So guys, let's do it here. I got a few rounds left. Let's blast them off. Call it a day. Don't forget Steve MP5 on the Instagrams. See you next time.